Hey everyone, welcome back to Pokemon Reborn. Last time we actually dealt with the whole meteor base. We took care of the strange things that were happening to Spineltown. And this episode, or part, we're going to continue on from there. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but there's actually a rose incense right here. And there should be a synthetic seed down there somewhere. I'm pretty sure I already got it. If you're running like a mono grass team for this playthrough or something like that, you're probably pretty happy right now. Anyways, you want to talk to Noel, and he's going to take you off to the side, and he's going to tell you to go find Saphira. It doesn't matter what playthrough or what path you actually took, he's going to tell you to go find her. So anyways, before we actually go off and find her, we need to prepare for this next part. And because of that, we are going to move on and go back to Reborn City. Here in Reborn City, we actually have to do a bit of preparation. So the first thing we kind of need is some ice cream. You can either buy ice cream, and you can buy a straight up vanilla ice cream. You're going to need about, I want to say about 25 just to be safe. Or you could go to the shop in the Lapis Ward and you can buy 25 honey, which is insanely more expensive. So this kind of works, at least for me anyways. I'm spending so much on repels anyways that I kind of want to cheap out wherever I can. And something I think I mentioned earlier in the game, or maybe I didn't, but there's an item called Blue Moon Ice Cream. And the best way to hunt for it, assuming you want to buy it in bulk, would be to constantly talk to this vendor right here. And if she doesn't have a fourth option for Blue Moon Ice Cream, which would be around here, then you X out of the shop interface and you just try again. What Blue Moon Ice Cream does is it will skyrocket a Pokemon's happiness. It also has use with one NPC later on in the game to give them extra dialogue, and I believe it boosts your relationship points with them as well. And again, I also mentioned relationship values at the start of this playthrough. Pretty much every specific character that we interact with, every specific named character. So someone like Fern or someone like Shelly, people like that have relationship values, and you can gain or lose points depending on your actions, depending on your responses. So if you say yes or no to something, and just little things like that. I'm not going to be going over that, but it does have an effect on the game. Eventually, it's not out yet, but I believe in episode 19 it's supposed to finally, you're gonna finally be able to see the results of that. And if there is something like a true ending, depending on who you have value points with, I'll try to show that, but if there isn't, then I probably won't make a big deal of it. Anyways, another way to hunt for Blue Moon Ice Cream, and also I didn't mention this, but there should be no new trainers on the Opal Bridge. But the other way to hunt for the ice cream would be to come to this vending machine over here and to just buy ice cream from it. There is a small chance that you would get a Blue Moon Ice Cream instead of the one that you picked. That one's actually neat because Blue Moon Ice Cream is pretty expensive. It cost about 20,000 Poké-Dollars. So if you were to buy in bulk from this lady right here, you would need a lot of money. Anyways, we aren't done with our preparations just yet. There's one more thing that we actually need. Even if you don't buy the honey from over here, you still need to come over here, and it's finally time to buy a flower charm from this lady. Or a floral charm, actually. You don't need to buy more than one, because you will always be given the chance to know whether you're going to use one or not. And I think that's it. You could also buy some orange berries that might help you out in the next portion. But other than that, I think we're good to go, so I'll meet you back in Tanzan Mountain. Alright, so back in Tanzan Mountain, we actually want to go this way. And I believe this should be across from where the old Team Meteor base was that we destroyed. So we want to move all the way over here. And you'll have a little cutscene with epic music. And then she'll move on. You can actually come inside here, and there's nothing you can do, but you can see this crystal right here, and that just kind of tells you that we're gonna have to come back here later. And no, where is it? There should be. Is it here? Okay, never mind. Get that. But now we are in the South Aventurine. I have no idea how to say this. Hang on. Alright, apparently it's the Aventurine Woods, which is a bit of a weird name. I'm going to spray another repel, and right about here is where you want to stop, and you want to heal up, and you just want to prepare for a new boss battle that's about to come up right here. Alright, so I saved, I healed up. I literally haven't healed up from the time that we fought Noel, I think, which doesn't matter too much. And look who it is. None other than Fern. And he has a new team member. So this is his Fracture. As Taunt, Dragon Claw, Dragon Dance, Iron Tail, and it's holding a Dragon Scale. But that doesn't matter because I have a Klinkling out in front of him and he's not going to get past that. So usually what I see his Fracture do is it tries to set up Dragon Dance and just basically sweep you. I'm going to set up 2 Shift Gears right here. And I'm going to sweep him instead, hopefully. Gear Grind can miss sometimes, so this might not go as well as I want it to. His Roserade is pretty much still the same. Leftovers, Sleep Powder, Giga Drain, Extra Sensory, Hidden Power Fire. And surprisingly, if this wasn't raining and his Roserade used Hidden Power Fire, that could actually turn the field into a blazing field. I also think his Scyther is pretty much the same as well. Oops, I missed there. But it's Technician, X-Scissor, Double Team, Wing Attack, and Sword Stance. Now here's going to come his Crocodile, and I think this Crocodile actually changed a little bit. This Crocodile is definitely going to have the ability Moxie, it's going to have Dig, Brick Break, Crunch, and Thunderfang. I think it might have changed moves and gained Crunch or something, I'm not really sure. But it doesn't matter. And now here's going to come his Decidueye. It's holding the Elemental Seed, which gives it Ingrain, it gives it a boost to its defense, and its Decidueye should have Sword Stance, Sleep Blade, Spirit Shackle, and Sucker Punch. And again, none of that actually matters because it's done. And finally, here is going to come out his Rhydon. He finally evolved that Rhyhorn, and it's going to have Drill Run, Stone Edge, Hammer Arm, and Fire Fang. And there we go, that's Fern. And so he should get the heck out of here. I don't even need to use the ceiling shard that's right here. I know how much everybody seems to hate Fern. I mean, I kind of hate him too, but I also appreciate his character in a way. So anyways, we're in sort of a new area, and actually I need to take a quick second to find my maps for this. So I'm back. I had to dig out my maps for this area. I actually made maps for this area. So I made a map for Route 1, which is broken up into 2 portions, Route 1A, Route 1B. And I also made a map for the North and South Aventurine. I don't even know what it is anymore. I basically made a map for the North and South Woods. I basically just went into RPG Maker and I just kind of ripped them out, put them together. I couldn't put them all together because it doesn't actually line up. I also had to label them because either I'm a dunce or I couldn't get the events to show up on the map. So anyways, what you want to do here in Route 1 is anywhere you see a Bouffalant and Tauros fighting, you want to take out the Tauros. Most of the time. There are a few exceptions to this. So, I'm going to take out this Tauros really quick. When you take out the Tauros, the Bouffalant will be pretty happy, and they're just going to charge away. Usually what they'll do is they will run into a log, like over here, and knock it out of your way. What the Tauros will do, because you do need Tauros, and I think this Tauros is actually a safe one to take. So, I'm going to take out this Bouffalant right here. So when you take out the Bouffalant, the Tauros will be pretty happy and it will let you ride it. So when you're riding the Tauros, you can actually jump over ledges. Doesn't matter which direction you're coming from. You cannot, however, go through the tall grass. And I believe we want to be heading over here. So first things first, I want to take out this Tauros, and I'll talk to you in a bit. Also have to take care of that trainer over there as well. Alright, so now that we've taken care of that trainer and we've sent that Bouffalant heading up north, we want to actually go into this entrance right here. So as you can see, the Bouffalant knocked this log out of the way. And if you've been watching this series since part 1, you kind of know how I like to operate. When I get to a new area, I like to head to the first source of healing, usually. And also, if we come behind this house, you can find the Picanium Z. It's pretty useless right now, but it's there. We're going to actually head into this house, and over here you will find a Pikachu right here, and it will teach Full Tackle to any of your Pikachu, if you have one. And over here is New. So he will heal your Pokemon, but he will also trade you honey for the ice cream. He also has a PC right here because he is the administrator of the PCs in this region. So, you want to trade all your ice cream to this guy for the honey, if you want to be cheap. It could take a while, but it's worth it because you'll save so much money. And money is kind of scarce here. I don't think you can really reliably rebattle trainers except in the Grand Hall, so it's a bit difficult to farm that. Alright, so I just finished exchanging all of my vanilla ice creams for the honey. He'll also take candy off your hands, although I don't believe he'll take the common candy, but he'll take stuff like the Red Hots or the Saltwater Taffy. Basically anything that you could have bought over in the candy shop in Reborn City, he will take off your hands for honey. But I believe most of that stuff is actually more expensive, and the Pikachu are trying to trap me. Alright, let's get out of here. So there should be one more thing that I want to actually show off before we break. So you'll notice that actually going inside of his house will reset the Tauros and the Bouffalant, but there should be one other way to do so, and I don't know if it's in here. I don't know if there is one here. Okay, there isn't. That's unfortunate. Really looking for it, but I don't think there is one here. I didn't mark it on the map or anything. So anyways, the next thing I want to do is I want to take care of this Bouffalant here, and I want to ride this Tauros again. So this time we're going to head down this way, and hopefully I can avoid any trainers that I might run into. You can also see the puzzle aspect over here. The reason you pushed this log out of the way was because you can't go through the tall grass on Tauros, and this is the only way to get a Tauros over there. So now that that's taken care of, I believe we want to come up here. By the way, if you're curious, the maps are in the description, but the pathway for New's house should be the 4th entrance, which is basically in the middle of all of them. Should be an item right here. So we're actually going to come through that little path right there, and our goal is to head all the way to the left. So you can find Milk Tank around here, and you can give them your orange berries, and they'll give you Moo Moo milk in return, which is pretty neat. So let's see, I think I actually have to just jump this one, or get off my Tauros. Yeah. It's really unfortunate, but we finally reached our destination. So this over here is the Nature Center, and you can find a lot of unique things over here. So this guy over here lost his glasses, and you can find a healing machine over here, and this is also where you might want to grab that Dunsparce that you caught earlier if you did catch one. So Aridos can go on the PC. And up here you should find a Widelands. And is he out here? So this guy over here will trade you a Dunsparce for a Tyrogue. Tyrogue evolves into Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, and Hitmontop. And this is the only place that you can get a Tyrogue, and you cannot get any of the other three in this game without evolving that Tyrogue. So again, this is something that you need to do now. You can also get the item finder from this guy over here. And I actually want to go to it in my bag. So now the item finder is actually on. I'm using a mod for the item finder which will plant little targets on the ground, on the squares where there's actually an item. It's not active until you actually get the item finder item though. Anyways, I want to put my Tyrogue in the PC. And I think that's pretty much everything here. Again, this is another source of healing if you need it. So the next thing I would recommend is that you go through Route 1. You want to battle all the trainers, and you want to battle all the Tauros, most of the Tauros anyways. And you want to use them to push the logs out of the way. Again, it's not always the logs. The logs won't always be in Route 1, but sometimes they'll be inside of the north or south woods. So make sure you do that, and I'm going to have to do that as well, so I'll talk to you as soon as I finish. Alright, so I believe I cleared out pretty much every trainer that I needed to clear out, and I believe I sent most of the Bouffalant running. So, starting from News House, because I did have to heal up, and I think it's a pretty familiar place, so it's good. It's a good place to start from, basically. I think we're gonna start off by working on the south Aventurine Woods first. So I'll talk to you as soon as I take care of this Bouffalant again. Now with this Bouffalant, we want to go pretty much to the right here. This might be a little bit too far. No, this is fine actually. The maps are a little bit tricky to read, honestly. Something you have to do when you're looking at the map of Route 1 is you have to look at the patterns on the ground to kind of make your way around. So that's what I'm doing right here, and I'm looking for... I was looking for the Bouffalant and Tauros groups where one is pointing north and south and one is pointing east and west, which is right here. So I want to go through this entrance and all the way... Here, I'll grab this. And as you can see, I can jump this ledge because I have the Tauros, but I can't go any further because Tauros won't go through the tall grass, which is unfortunate, but our goal is to come over here and put some honey on this tree. Now once you put some honey on the tree, Heracross and Pinsir will appear. They'll be fighting, and you can actually clear them out. It's going to take 200 in-game steps to get them to appear, and you're also going to have to leave this area. So instead of subjecting you to the torment that would be making you watch me step around 200 times, I'm just going to cut straight to it. Alright, so 200 steps later, and here they are. The Heracross and the Pinsir are fighting, and Okay, I'm checking my party again, that's pretty stupid. But basically, there are two types of obstacles in these woods, and again, I have them all marked down on the map. But there's the spider webs, and there are the logs, which you can see one right down over there. Pinsir will take out the logs, and Heracross will take out the spider webs. So we actually want to take out the opposite one that... Okay, I'm probably confusing you. But basically, if you want to clear the spider webs, take out the Pinsir so the Heracross can clear the webs. If you want to take out the logs, take out the Heracross so the Pinsir can clear the logs. I think I messed that up. But it's whatever, we're going to take care of this Heracross right here. So as you can see here, we took out the Pinsir, and the Heracross is going to go clear the web for us. So now we can actually access this area from this entrance with the Tauros. And something else I forgot to mention, but if you step on these flowers, you'll actually black out unless you use the Floral Charm, and you have the choice of whether you want to use the Floral Charm or not. I'm saving this Floral Charm for something specific, but this will reset your puzzle, not completely, like the obstacles you take out will still be there. However, it will reset all the Tauros, and if you're stuck in some place that you can't seem to get out of any other way, it will teleport you to the last known entrance that you went through. So anyways, now that that's taken care of, we want to get another Tauros, and we want to move back towards the woods. Jump over here. There's an item right there, I'll take that. And you want to get off the Tauros right here. So right here, you want to put some more honey on this tree and do your 200 steps, and I'll talk to you then. Again, you also want to take out the Pinsir right here, and that will get the Heracross to help you out. So now we can get back up to this point with the Tauros, actually. So again, we want to go right outside here, and you might have to reset the Tauros and Bouffalant spawns a little bit. But once we do that, and then unfortunately we have to get off the Tauros right there, and we can finally slather this tree with honey. And here they are. This time you actually want to take out the Heracross, and the Pinsir should clear the logs. So now that that's done, you can actually see where we're going with this. We're slowly working our way through the southern woods, basically. So now I'm going to get another Tauros, and with this Tauros we're going to head all the way back there. There's actually an item here. Of course it would be a magical seed, but you can actually find some citrus berries right here. Those berries will actually... those will give your Pokemon about 1/4 of their total health when they're down around in the red, I think. Or it might be half, I'm not sure. I don't remember right now. No, it should be half. So anyways, over here you can tell that we have another obstacle to clear out. You come around this way. And again, I'm going to talk to you when the Pinsir and Heracross are here. This time you actually want to choose Heracross, or take down Heracross. That way the Pinsir should break that log right there. So once more we need to go find a Tauros. And we want to move back into the jungle. Jump up there actually, and jump up over here. I'm gonna get that purple shard and we'll wait. Actually, there's not much waiting to be done, and there's not much picking to be done on this one either. You can't really get to Heracross, so of course you have to pick the Pinsir. So with another path cleared, we're actually going to head back to where we kind of started. By the way, there should be a nugget on this bush normally. I already took it actually, so let's spray some repels really quick. Now, if you were ahead of me and you already had the honey before you came to the woods even, then this part kinda doesn't matter too much. And if I was playing really efficiently, I would have had the honey before I actually went into the woods, but I would rather be cheap and scam new, pretty much. So I'm going to put some honey on all 3 of those trees, and I'm going to be right back. So over here at tree number 1, we want to take out the pincer, and that'll get rid of that web over there. And I'm going to change this weather really quickly. I'm using Infernape to clear out most of these mons really fast, but I can't do it if it's raining. So over here you actually have a choice. You want to take out, if you're working on the path, you want to take out the pincer first, right? And then as soon as the hair class clears that area, you actually want to slather this tree with honey again. I just consider the path to be more important. And over here you actually want to take out the hair cross. And that should clear out that path. So now there's actually something we can do while we're here, and I want to do this now before I make a mistake. Should be an escape rope right there. And... okay, right here. Over here is another one of those flowers that'll put you to sleep. This time you actually want to use your Floral charm right here. Using the Floral charm on one of those flowers will always give you a full baby. It will always be level 120, and this is how you get it. I'm actually going to catch it right now. I don't normally catch things on screen, but I doubt it's going to break out. So over here is Oddish weed, and this is used for another side quest later on. Anyway, since that flower knocked us out, and I need to respray my repel, we actually have to go all the way back over here. And over here you should find another honey tree. Back over here towards the entrance to the woods itself from the cave, you actually want to take out the hair cross this time. And you'll finally have access to those berries whenever you decide to come here with your Tauros. Again, we want to take out the Heracross over here this time, and Pinsir should take out that log. So you can kind of tell that we cleared this massive path from the south side of the woods all the way over here that you can travel with your Tauros, but we're not quite done yet. We're actually not going to be taking the path just yet. Instead, I need to get one more Tauros, I believe. Or do... yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. And from here, we actually want to head to the right or to the east. The only reason you really need this Tauros is not for the woods itself, is as much as it is to get up over the ledges. And... I went too far. Let me see. It should be right here, actually. You'll find an area surrounded by tall grass where you cannot possibly take the Tauros pretty much anywhere else. This log should be pushed out of the way if you set the Boufflant free. And that's my cue to spray more repel. There's an item right there. And you want to be very careful with that flower. So over here is a web and over here is a log, so you can tell that we're actually going to have to knock out both of them. And that is both obstacles down. And I think we finally cleared out everything. So I'm just going to let myself get put to sleep and thrown out of there, and we're going to travel... This is a weird spot, actually. I'm gonna need a Tauros to get back over the ledges, which is why I went over there. And we're finally going to travel through the whole entire path. Maybe. I I don't believe... Okay. I don't believe you want to go all the way to last exit, but to the second to last exit. Or... No, it's the third to last exit, actually. So I did go a little bit too far, actually. Okay. Alright, I believe it should be this exit right here, or entrance to the forest, and we want to go right down here. We want to jump up here. Oh, I missed this tree! I actually missed this tree. There's one tree right here that you actually need to put honey on and come back to, and that's a little bit annoying, so I'm going to talk to you when I take care of that. Actually, scratch that. There are some things that we can take care of in here. So over here you can get some custap berries. They are pinch berries, where activated on low health, and once they activate, your Pokemon is guaranteed to move first the next turn. So that's actually pretty nice, and I don't believe there is anything else we can cover right now. Darn. Okay, I'm just gonna have to meet you back here in a bit. So over here, that pincer should clear out that log. And we're finally free to go. Another purple shard. Now that we have the item finder and we can actually see where the items are, we should gather a bunch of shards pretty quickly, because we're going to need them soon. So over here you're gonna find the tech glasses. That's for the techie who lost his glasses. You'll also find a link stone, and we're gonna keep moving all the way over here. We're actually gonna have to jump up over here, go through here, and jump back up over here. And over here you will actually find a pincer and a Heracross. You can't catch any of the pincer or Heracrosses that will appear at the honey trees, but you can catch one of these. You can only catch one of them for now, and you'll be able to catch the other later on down the road in the game. You'll actually be able to catch both of them later on down the road in the game, but for now, you can only catch one of them. My recommendation would be Heracross, because Pinsir isn't that great without its Mega. So I'm going to catch one of these, and I'll talk to you in a bit. Catch, but actually what happens is the Heracross or the Pinsir will join you of their own free will, assuming you take out its enemy. And sure, why not? I don't want that full baby anyways. And I think that's pretty much everything for the Southern Woods. I know this was a little bit sloppy, but hopefully it got the idea across. Something I didn't mention, which I was supposed to mention at the start, was that if you took a Blue Moon Ice Cream and you gave it to New, he would give you the Heracrossite or the Pincerite. Neither of those are particularly useful right now because we don't have the Mega Ring, but it's pretty neat. Anyways, next up we're going to be dealing with the Northern Woods, which isn't too amazing, but there's still some things that we can get up there. So starting from this little patch here, which if you're curious where I'm at the area where there are the one Bouffalant and the Tauros, and they're kind of trapped in the small circle of tall grass. And we're gonna move up. I'm gonna get this item. I think it's a Paralyzio. Yeah. We're actually going to go all the way up here and slather this tree with some honey. It's safe to say that you kind of know the drill right here. So actually, there is an item up there. We do have to go there. So we do have to kind of leave here and go get another Tauros. Where are they? I can't use that one because there's no way to get it out here. Okay, that's unfortunate. I have to reset right here. And now there should be a Tauros right over here. So now that we've gotten the Tauros, we can actually go straight down here, jump the ledge, and we can get that Sharp Beak. can actually go over here, get that synthetic seed, and I'm gonna get off the Tauros right here, and we can grab that tiny mushroom. We cannot, however, get that item that's over there because we need surf. If you're curious, the item over there is a Sharpedo-Knight. I feel like I said that really, really horribly wrong. But anyways, we also want to go over here and we want to slather this tree over here with honey. And one Heracross defeated later, the Pinsir will clear the way for us. This area... I can't get back out here yet. So now I believe we actually need to leave here. And I have to reset again. I don't really like this area over here because there's only one really accessible Tauros that you can get your hands on, and I don't want to go in there. No, I don't. Oh, it's one over actually. Could be right down here. I put this off for way too long. So I'm gonna honey up that tree right there. I'm gonna go all the way over here. I'm gonna honey up this tree as well. And then I'm going to come down this way. And you can pretty much honey up most of the trees at this point. The northern woods isn't as big of a maze as the southern woods is. And have I come too far? No, I haven't. Okay, we're gonna jump that ledge over there for this item. I feel scammed right there. Jump this ledge, and no, we can't come over there. Okay, I think this is the unfortunate part where I have to get off my Tauros. So we're gonna come over this way, we're gonna honey up this tree, and we're going to come down this way. Grab this item. We're gonna honey up that tree, and then we're going to go backwards. I'm gonna grab another Tauros right here, and we're going to check all the trees kind of in reverse order. So the first tree should be over here, and you want to pick the Pinsir to take out, and that should get rid of the web over there. And I'm still in the Tauros, so I can finally go this way, jump that ledge, and get a red shard right there. I believe this is a Lumberry right here. It'll cure any status. You actually want to talk to this guy. He should give you the field notes for grassy terrain, which is a bit overdue, but at least we finally got it. Now we want to head over this way. Again, we want to take out the Pinsir. And that will clear this way for us. So actually, I believe I can straight up hop this. Okay, that was a mistake, but I can just go all the way back through here. Hop this, get off my Tauros, and this area over here should be ready. So you're going to want to pick both of these at one time or another, so it doesn't really matter which one I pick right now. Start with the left side right here. And the left side should be the TM for Hail. It's actually not as bad as you would think. And over here you obviously want to pick the Pinsir to take out. So only one tree actually remains at this point. Pretty nice. But anyways, the TM for Hail is actually not that bad. We've had Aurora Veil for a while as a TM, but I don't think you can get any Pokemon that have the Hail ability unless you got lucky with like an egg and got, say, an Alolan Vulpix. You wouldn't have anything to set up Hail, so now you can kind of set it up for yourself, and you can set up Aurora Veil yourself. So anyways, I think that should be enough steps for over there, but we're going to head over here first. If I can do this properly. I'm going to get off my Tauros right here. And there's an item right there. I really need to use some of these seeds in my battles because I have so many of them. I'll try to find some way to incorporate one of them, at least one of them, into one of my gym battles or a boss battle or something like that. For here we have sort of an ice puzzle, not that big of a deal. Right there you will get the readout for the icy field. And this is actually the icy rock. So if you want to evolve a Crabominable, or I'm trying to think right now, Crabrawler. Crabominable is the evolution of it. But if you want to evolve that, then you also want to evolve it here, and if you want to evolve your Eevee into a Glaceon, then right here is where you would want to do so. But aside from that, you can actually move forward a little bit. I think. Is this right? Okay, there we go. That's how you get over here. And there should be a potion and an ice stone. So if you had an Alolan Vulpix, say from the Mystery Egg, one of them, I believe it's the Jasper Ward Police Mystery Egg, you could finally evolve it at this point. Anyways, we're not quite done yet. Don't want to jump down there, but if we come over here, and now I want to take out the pincer, I believe, and we can finally get rid of the last obstacle in this forest. It's nothing big, it's just a leaf stone. But we did it! We cleared out the northern woods, we cleared out the southern woods. And again, this was all entirely optional, so you didn't have to do this. If you wanted to continue the story, you literally could have kept going to the right and gone south at the edge. But anyways, we're not quite done yet. There's one thing I want to do before we finish off, and that is take the tech glasses back to the scientist. And I believe he'll give you another department store sticker. So anyways, thanks for following along for this episode. It was very, very, very long. I did not relay the information, and I wasn't really as organized as I wanted to be. It was kind of difficult because even though I know these forests or these woods pretty well, I'm still having to constantly check the map, and I'm constantly having to think about my next move. And I'm also constantly making sure that I cut out the clips where I battle the Tauros, I battle the Pinsir and the Heracross, and I do my 200 steps to get them to appear. But I hope it was helpful, and I hope it was at least organized somewhat decently, and I didn't make too much of a fool of myself. Anyways, thanks for watching, see you guys next time.